All right, let's get it. Are we live? I said, are we live? Are we live in his hour? Oh, wait a minute, where am I at? Wait a minute, something wrong. Where am I at? So, there you go with the cheating again, man. I tell you. Oh, Lord, just gotta keep cheating. God darn. Always gotta be something. Just can't let me have it, can you? It freaking kill you. All right, let's get to it. There I am. All right. Always gotta be something. I mean, just something. Just can't never go right. Let's get it. Why the volume so low? Hey, Naya. Well, I got up early, messing around with this 360. Never got some Sunday sermon. I got one question for you. Hallelujah, amen. Are you born again? You never know when you will descend on the one like Jesus died. Was crucified, everybody around the door. I said to the world, come love to God again and can receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. Ignore the desires of your flesh. You can hear it, you can feel it. Don't be foolish unless you steal it. You can't do anything that God can't take, that God can't heal. Don't turn your back on this one my time to live. If this man takes to the sin, so God will forgive. If you're born again, amen, amen. Are you born again? Get up and when you put the sin on the white powder in your face. Are you? Say it proud. I'm born, but I'm moving everywhere else. The devil is empty. God understands that. He believes he'll offer his hand, and I'll give you the results you need for what you want. Don't be deceived by taking talk. He's a liar. He will fill your desires, lead you into the lake of fire, and those in hell. He's up to the Lord of this world. So take the heavy boy and girl. As you get closer to God, pray every day and ask Jesus help you change your ways. See, I believe, amen. That's how I know. I'm born again, and I'm asking you, are you born again? You never know what Jesus was to sin on the white clock. If you say it loud, I'm proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. Come on. So, man, you can never try to be perfect, but we can try to attain the Holy Spirit at a certain level of right and wrong about the don't count them. They believe us the wrong way. God knows it, so I love you to this moment. So lean on Jesus. Party was pretty good. You were helping give a hand. I'm going to take this level until God grabs. Remember, Joe, take this work with these old hands on you. They will go. Not because of the Jesus, but because God believed. Was willing to be tested. He felt comfort even under the worst pressure. Still about God's love and protection. I'm just about to say him, my first. He saved or die. It's your choice. You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? I'm asking a question. I get born again. Do you know what you want to sin on the white card is to say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. What? I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or a winner? I'm asking a question. Are you born again? You never know what you want to sin on the white card is to say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. Can I get a shout out? God. Can I get a shout out? For Jesus. Hey. The Holy Spirit. Come on. Come on. You can come on. You can say God's promise. I can't make that decision for you. God loves you so much, He won't make that decision for you.
Are you born again?
And what you do is up to you.
Say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner?
Gotta get them on the right path. You need to get on the right path. Faith, not by works. Judge by faith, not by works. Believe in Jesus. Try to live like Him. You'll be all right. Go there, bro. We can go that show. I'm out. I don't think so. Go there, show production.
Alrighty. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Sunday sermon. The party was pretty good. I got to get there earlier so I can get a better seat. I was next to the speaker. That's why the music was so dang loud. I mean, I think I'm half deaf in this ear. Now I did get him to. I asked him to turn the lighting up, and it was brighter than it was last time, but it's still too dark. But I'm going to need to get a tripod, and we're going to need to get a tripod. We're going to need to get some lighting. And I'm going to have to get there early enough to be on the other side of the room so I can get a good view of the dance floor. In actuality, I got as close to the dance floor as I could get, almost to the point that I had to keep backing up and raising up the daggone camera because the people were too close. So I got as close as I could get. Now I'm really upset that the 360-degree camera let us down again, but it wasn't his fault. I need to start throwing away these cords that don't work because it had died on us. I charged it up with the power bank that I had. Let me tell you, this boy's heavy. So I had to switch cords. This thing is heavy. So I actually had it like this, and I had the cell phone in this hand, and I'm holding the selfie stick with the 360-degree camera on the other. So I'm holding like this, and I got wires coming around, and I'm sitting there. Can y'all see this? Y'all see how heavy this thing is? Thing is huge. And it got hot and cut off anyway. So, but I was able to get 4 hours of footage. But I can't get it was on the SD card, and I can't figure out how to get it to work. Yeah, it was removed. It's back up. I was able to edit it. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, when it's not about Chucky, you can edit. Isn't that amazing? When it's not about Shucky Ducky, you can edit the video. Isn't that amazing? It was 2 songs. Remember, we had a party, so they playing music. We got a lot of copyrights, but 2 people blocked the video. So we took them out. Sad part is, he only played half the songs. And they still blocked the video. He didn't play the whole song. He only played half of it. They still blocked the video. It's like 25 copyrights. But 2 people blocked the video. So we was able to go in. I still say it's strange. When we talk about Shucky Ducky, there ain't no editing. But I was able to go in there and I took out both the songs. And the video is back up. So it should be 3 videos. It's the video of us going to get the card. Then it's the video that I think I went an hour and nobody came to. So I stopped the camera, and then I wondered if it was still going live. So I went, and it was still going live. And I saw Naya in the chat, and Naya was still in the chat. I said, well, what you doing over here? You didn't see the other live? So I said, well, give me 5 minutes. It took me 2. And so I came live on the phone, and that's the third video. So we got 3 videos up. We can take a look at the end. It shouldn't be no problem. Yeah, but it's back up. I just checked. Wait a minute, let me get rid of this. Yeah, I noticed if we use the animations, the phone has a problem. I don't know why that is, but okay. That's why I switched it to a picture. Let's go to Video Manager real quick and take a looky. Man, it's 8 o'clock. We getting a late start today, boy. You can switch us to band 2. Why would you switch us? Why would you switch us to band 2? We was on band 66. Band 12 doing 66. It switched us to band 2 doing 86. That's not right. But anyway, y'all can see this is 2 hours and 53 minutes. You can see it's back up. It was blocked. I was too close to the speaker. I need to be on the other side. Where that light is? Somebody got a cell phone on and taking pictures. I need to be on that side. Let's back up a little bit. See, I'm scanning around with the camera. See, they only got that one light on right there. See, when you pan around, you can't see nothing. Let's go to where the dance floor fills up at. I was trying to see where they had the dance off at. This grandma right here, I'll give it to her. She got that cane. Grandma be getting down. Oh, but. Grandma knows she's too old to be out there. I might do a video and turn the volume down like we're doing now. I might actually redo that. But anyway, today is Sunday sermon and it's not about the party, but you know, let's go ahead and get the news out the way. Yeah, that's why I said for his next party I might need to look into. Yeah, but you couldn't see me because I'm holding the camera. But the next party, I'm going to be getting out there on the dance floor. They played a couple songs I really wanted to get down on. I'm going to need to get a tripod, you know, to sit the camera on. And some lighting. I'm going to be checking Amazon. If I get any Christmas donations, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that to go ahead and take care of that. Cause for some reason they like to have it dark with the disco lights, but it makes it really hard to see. And then the first thing they say is, as a matter of fact, in the video, I tell a mechanic, you need to turn the lights on. They just reluctant to do it. As soon as I got to the party, the first thing I said was, I gave him the card, and I told him he need to turn the lights on. See, it's so dark in there. This is 360 degrees. It's so dark in there, you can't see nothing. I can't move the video. That's daggone shame that I was in the back area. You can't see nothing. That was back there where he was DJing at. It's his birthday and he DJing. He said 7 DJs in his family. That's kind of why the birthday boy got DJ. Yeah, that's because it's the only seat available was near the speaker. You see, I was right there at the dance floor. Shoot, I still got a ringing in my ear. I'm dead serious. I still got a ringing in my ear, y'all. Shoot, that was the only seat. And like I said, I was right there at the dance floor. I needed to be close to the dance floor, and because of that, it's only one light. All the other lights are them spinning around little strobes. They don't do anything. Y'all saw me. I'm back there talking to the mechanic. He was DJing. You couldn't see nothing. Room was pitch black. Like, God darn. How you supposed to film with no light? We got there about 9 something. And we got there about 9 something. Remember, we left out at 8 something, went to the market. Then we came back. I brought the bike upstairs, put the food away, took a whiz. Then I came back down, and then we went to the party. Like I said, I stayed till about 2 in the morning. And then his sister, there wasn't enough room for her to get in the car. So she had called a cab. And so I waited with her. That cab took forever. But it's the videos up. This is on the 3rd video. Yeah, and unlike the other time, I actually got to eat. Unlike the other time, I actually got to eat. And then after the party was over, he turned the lights on. I'm like, man, you had lights. Now look at the difference.
Yeah, I'd rather be known as
Look at the difference with the light on.
Bring the word.
You can actually see. With the lights on, you can actually see. Y'all had me some birthday cake.
This cake is so good.
I had some chicken and some beef. See? I actually got my eat on, but while they were cleaning up, I went on and ate.
I told y'all.
And then this is me waiting with the sister for the cab to come. See her right there? That's her sister. She looks just like him. Yeah, don't she? Now it's muted because she was making a phone call. I ain't want her number. Yeah, I think y'all fell asleep on me. How come the live chat replay is not available for the videos? Where do I turn that on at? Does anybody know? Anybody know where you turn on the live chat replay? Would that be? No, it's not on the channel. Where would you find it at? Would it be on the community? Anybody know? You got some weird comments. Everybody go in there and like clean them out. Tony said I was awarded with various meats for all the work I put in. I wish they had more lighting, and I should have brought some of the bike lights in there. Maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe I'll bring 2 of the bike lights. Tony, you have a lot of smart alecky people. They'll tell you in a minute, do this, do that, do this, do that. Let me look here. Enable live chat, yes. Slow mode, no. I'm looking. Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm going to leave that alone, Tony. I'm going to leave that alone because they can't go back and screenshot the comments and try and make videos on them. If it's disabled, they can't go back. So they have to do it live. And that's making them work. So make them work. You say, try these portable floodlights you can use next time. If I must, I'll get them for you. You say portable floodlights? Well, let's go take a look. Let's go to our friend. Low to high. Come on, pull it in, pull it in. There you go. No, yeah, they're not bad. Tony says he don't remember the brand. I got some on the screen now. That's 20 watt, 1000 lumen. Work light, rechargeable. That's 1000 lumens. You want something portable? All right, you got one for $13.69 and one for $13.65. That's a 20 watt, 6,000 mAh. This doesn't say what it is. Let's take a look at this one. Look at the specs. Four modes and waterproof. Switch on the button, turn on the rechargeable card work light. Comes with the 80-degree lampstand, but what's the specs? What's the specs, baby? It's 20 watts. It takes two 1860 lithium batteries or 3 AA batteries, widely used camping. Give us some information, man. It just says it's 20 watts. And it only got one review and it say bright. Okay, let's go back. All right, this one we know it's USB. Whoa, that's 30 watts. For 15 cents more, let's check this out. That boy 30 watts. $30-watt handheld portable work light provide at least 2,000 lumens to make sure you can get high brightness at dark. Rechargeable and battery powered. Support 2 different types of battery: lithium-ion batteries or 4 AA batteries. So it comes with two. It comes with 2 rechargeable batteries. And if they go out, you can pop in 4 AA's. All right. It's 30 watts. And you can charge it with a USB cable. So I can use the power bank. To power it. Cool. All right, let me add it to the cart. And while we here, how much is it for the tripod? Camera tripod. Should have put portable. Always go low to high. Go prime so you know when it's coming. That's only 8 inches. That's not gonna help. That's a 50 inch. That's a 16.5 inch. Seems stable. That's a 50 inch for $12.99. That's a 42 inch. Okay, but that's a 50 inch. 50 inch, 48 inch. We ain't going higher. All right, time to go back. Let's go back. You're going too high. What was the cheapest 50 inch? That's $12.99. And what was the other one? $12.99. So they both $12.99. Which one looks sturdier? Okay, you got 3 stars on that one. 1,500 votes. You got 4 stars on this one. 675. So they both $12.99. Oh. Oh, it extends? Cool. Okay, so it can go. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right. That's $13. Add that to the cart. I tell you one thing. I like to have that on the front of the bike. I want I want that the police to get us. I like to have that on the front of the bike. That they're gonna like. That's 2,000 lemons. I love to rig that boy up. Heck yeah. I wish they had a picture of it in action. T-Sun Cobb 30-watt LED work light. T-Sun Cobb. T-Sun Cobb. T-Sun Cobb. T-Sun Cobb. 30-watt LED work light. Like to see it in action. Search. Yeah, that's Amazon. Where the videos at, man? You ain't got no video on it. Video should have been right there. We trying to get them. Let me stop it. It's not what we want, man.
Hi, welcome back to the Migro YouTube channel. My name is Shane, I'm the founder of Migro. In this video we're going to do a fairly deep dive into best cobs available out at the moment for grow lighting. In particular we're going to look at the well-renowned Cree CXB 3590. We picked out a medium white, warm white 3500K top in CD, so it's the highest efficiency output of their range for that color temperature. And we're going to look at that one versus the Luminous CXM32 Gen 3, which is the chip we currently use here in Migro.
I don't know.
We're going to look at
this harder than I thought it would be. This is harder than I thought it would be. I can't find not one video. All right, let's get back. We got a little distracted. I'll do my homework, but shoot, I can figure out how to rig that on the bike. Oh man, y'all want to talk about some good videos, man? That'll be crystal clear at night. You be out there riding around. I might get pulled over by the cop. Be like, "Hey, bro, that's too bright. You got to tone that down, sir. You got 2 million lights on here. God darn." Cops be like, "Oh no, bro." All right, y'all. We got a little distracted, but that's part of the as being part of the family. We come together, we discuss things, we exchange ideas. That's what I hope makes this show special. We don't have to come here all the time and be talking about somebody and trying to make ourselves feel better by putting somebody else down. You know? Tony said he's going into the shower. Well, he's going to miss the sermon. Now, our topic for today is today we're going to talk about sex, because I keep hearing people brag about fornicating. You're not a man if you're not out there fornicating. If you're a woman, you left out if you ain't out there fornicating. I remember a phrase that I used to hear as a kid back in the 70s, and it went like this. Good girls stay home. Bad girls go out every weekend. Anybody ever heard that phrase? Good girls stay home. Bad girls go out every weekend. Anybody ever heard that phrase? Well, I'm going to add on to that phrase. Good girls stay home. Bad girls go out on the weekend. Good girls get married. Bad girls get stuck with bastard children. That's how I should read. Good girls stay home and are valued. Bad girls get passed around and are undervalued. You know, God intended for it to be a man and a woman. In the Old Testament, he kind of let it slide. In that a man can have as many women as he can afford to take care of. But here's the key. He had to take care of them. They were for him. Y'all understand? They were for him and him only. They wasn't passed around. It used to be an honor to marry any daughter of somebody that had a name. It was an honor. The king will say, anybody that goes out there, brings me the head of one of the Philistines, leaders. Anybody can go capture the king of the Jebusites or the Hebrites. I'll let you marry one of my daughters. And these soldiers will go out there and risk their life just to marry one of the king's daughters. If President Trump said, you go bring me the head of ISIS right now, I'll let you marry my daughter. First of all, the daughter would say, I ain't marrying no girl. You ain't gonna tell me who I'm gonna marry, Dad. I'm going to shine. That's number one. Number two, who in their right mind would do it? You can go get a woman anyway. Why I got to go over there and search through the desert and risk getting killed? Stepping on one of them landmines. Getting everything amputated. And they'll let you sit there and suffer. And let you die slow. I'm going to risk that when I can just walk outside and get a woman. The honor ain't there anymore. Marriage was something that was special. If y'all remember The Color Purple, when Suge came home with her new husband, and him and Mr. was out there getting drunk, and Mr. was like, well, you had it your way, I had a mine. You had it your way, I had a mine. God did not intend for people to be passed around. He made the marriage sacred. And the marriage is not what we celebrate today. The marriage that we celebrate today is from the Romans. The same Romans that are notorious for having orgy free-for-alls actually set up the official marriage that we do today. You see, it's already tainted. You got young couples that are financially killing themselves, breaking the bank, trying to have a big wedding, trying to get the horse carriage with people throwing flowers and rose petals and the doves being let out and the 10-gun salute. All this, that's not what a marriage was for. I've told y'all the marriage was a system. If y'all remember 20 years ago, you had to go back, actually I'll say 50 years ago. You had to go and ask the father and say, look, I want to marry your daughter, and get his blessing. But in the old days, the groom's father would have to talk to the potential bride's father and say, my son wants your daughter. And whatever her father said was the price. That's what it was. If everybody wants sons, they made women value come from, she's going to bring something to the household. The son is going to go out and work. But the daughter brings in something to the household. She brings, they called it a dowry. She becomes a blessing to her father and mother when she brings home a dowry. In order to get that dowry, she must have class, grace, and make someone in that village, in that settlement, in that town want her. Because in reality, not even in today's standards, nobody wants to marry a loose woman. They'll live with you, but they won't marry you. Let's be honest. A woman, if a man got a certain amount of money or a certain amount of class or a title, and he's been around the block, a woman will say to herself, I can tame that man, and I'm going to make him just be with me. See, this is why women don't make the decision until recently. Because they are incapable. They are incapable. Because they go off of feeling and emotion. He's so nice to me. And he can go slap his other baby mothers and beat them upside the head. But he's so gentle with me. And then after you have a baby by him, he start biting you in the back of your head. But I can change him. Them other women couldn't. I'll change him. Men don't think like that. Unless they've been raised by women. Men don't think like that. But I'm noticing the trend. A way you starting to see men trying to turn strippers into housewives. Trying to turn loose girls into housewives. Back then, all a loose girl could be was a prostitute because didn't nobody want you. Can't bring you home to mom and dad. Can't bring you home to granddad and grandma. Where the heck you find this tramp at? She's so uncouth. She has no class. She's sitting down there with her legs spread wide open. Just sitting there. How many guys have been there before you? Why you want to come behind somebody else? You have a lot of women that have men that cheat. They know they cheat. And when they catch them, they don't get the man. They attack the other woman. Sometimes the woman know about you. Majority of the time they don't. He playing to both of you. But you don't get mad at the man. You get mad at the woman. That's why women originally were not slated to choose a mate. Now, there is an exception. Ruth, I believe, was widowed. And I believe she was promised to, if your brother's wife died, you're supposed to marry her and bring her into your household. Ruth did not want to go with the brother. She liked Boaz. If I got the name right, I think it's Boaz. Somebody told her, go sneak into his room, uncover his genitals, and lay there with him. If he wakes up in the morning, if he don't put you out, you might have a shot. The next morning, Boaz went to the townspeople, and he said, who, with the death of her husband, is she promised to? I want her. What would it take to get the release from her husband's relative? Her relative said, hey, you go ahead. I don't want it. I would have took her because I'm supposed to, but I don't want it. And so he married her. She didn't have any children with that husband. The husband died. No chance of him coming back. No chance of him sitting in the bar and coming in there. Yeah, I see you got my leftovers. But usually, the men pick the women that they wanted to stay with. I read y'all the parable a couple weeks ago about Jesus with the bridesmaids. The groom was coming, and he come to the place, and the bridesmaids be there all doubted up, and they had their lamps. Their lamps let them know that they were virgins. And the responsible women brought plenty of oil for their lamps. The ditzy women didn't. So the groom took his time coming. And their lamps started to burn out. And they were asking the other girls, can we borrow some of your oil? They're like, no, we're not going to. Then our light's going to go out. You better go out there and buy some. And while they went out to get more oil for their lamps, guess what? The groom showed up. And he took the bridesmaids and picked out the ones he wanted. And when the other girls came back, it was too late. So, the man picks the woman. But in this society, the woman picks the man. The man can ask you. You'll say yes or no. A lot of times, the women ask the men. These relationships are doomed to fail. Because that's not the way it was intended. It was never intended to be that way. We have pretty much rewritten what was written. We've used our sense of rationale, our excuse making, our selfish desire, and we have changed the word of God. We have changed it. This is how the devil takes over. When he gets you to ignore or modify what God tells you to do, he alienates you, separates you, excludes you from any kind of relationship with God. Any kind of relationship. By getting you to use rationale. Isn't that how he got Eve to bite the apple? Yeah, he said he was going to kill you, but I don't believe it. Why don't you go ahead and take a bite and try it? Try it and see. What you got to lose? Go ahead. If the tree wasn't there, she wouldn't have had a choice to go eat from it. And as you give women more choices, most of the time they pick the bad choice. I'm not being smart. I'm telling the truth. I still say 80% of women couldn't pick a good man to save their life. They're looking for the wrong things. I want somebody with some swag. I want somebody that's experienced. I don't want to have to teach a man how to touch me. And well, if you lazy, because that's what it is, lazy. Why would you want something that somebody else, a whole bunch of somebody else has already had? Why would you want to put something in your mouth that's been in the mouth of 30 or 40 other women? Why would you want somebody to enter you, ladies, that's entered 30 or 40 other women? How is that acceptable? But then you wonder how diseases get spread around. If people would actually do what God said, those diseases will go away. They literally will go away. Because the people that infected would die off. The same way if you take all the current drug addicts, put them on an island somewhere, make it to anybody that sells drugs gets life. No parole. That take the boys off the corner. Now they not on the corner. So now they're not trying to trick people into taking drugs. They're not trying to seduce you into taking things. They're not going to spend the rest of their life in jail. They're going to find something else to do. But you'll watch the drug addicts drop off. And then guess what? One day they all gonna OD, and there you go. We can start working on people and try to find out what makes them so desperate that they would take a drug. But first, you got to get rid of the addicts that's current. If they can't be rehabilitated, we need to put them on an island. Drop some drugs off to them every day. Let them fight over them. They'll take each other out, or the drugs will take them out. And there you go. Some people can't be saved. But why allow one or two bad apples in the bunch? Why let them infect the rest of the good apples? Separate them. We need to go back to what was taught. The man needs to return to his place in the home. The men that's been raised in single family homes need to be trained to be men. We need to train our women, our young girls, to have respect for themselves. Women today are so worried about being equal. God did not make you equal. So stop trying to force it. Heterosexual is what he intended. Those who are not heterosexual, stop trying to shove it down our goddamn throats. It's not appropriate. Stop trying to shove what you selfishly want to do down everybody's throat. Stop trying to make it mainstream. Stop trying to change the way we were designed. Nobody wants to stay in the place that they were given. This is why the society, the morality has gone down the tubes. How can you sit there and say, you know, these daggone drugs, these drug dealers making these rap songs, making everybody go awry, but yet you the first person in the front row at the concert. You the first one to have it on the radio. Dancing away. Cops coming. Oh, drug dealer. Oh, you right there. Instead of saying, I'm not going to listen to this crap. I'm not buying none of this crap. And my children are not going to go to none of these concerts. Not going to happen. When you got the rock boys out there jumping into the crowds and got all the groupies backstage. When I was growing up, fathers didn't let good fathers didn't let their daughters go to them concerts. I remember growing up, even as far back as the Brady Bunch. Marcia would go, well, how come Greg can go, but I can't go? Ain't we equal? No, you ain't. How come Greg can stay out longer at the party than I can? Ain't men and women equal? No, they not. They wasn't made that way. In any civilization, you must have somebody that's in authority and that's higher. Whatever you were born to be is what you was born to be. Well, I don't want to be married. I don't want to stay home and take care of some damn kids. I want to go out and about. Fine. Then be single and go out and about. But don't sit there and pick up no kids. And corrupt them. You got women walking around thinking they got all this fake makeup on. They got all these fake eyelashes and eyebrows. All these fake wigs and weaves. Wearing these bodysuits. Don't they realize at some point they got to take all that off? They should be the ones that should make you marry them. Because then it's too late. Because I guarantee you, 60% of the men that they do manage to get by putting on all that fake stuff, when they realize that it's all fake, they leave. Why you want somebody that's fake? You can hold them for a minute, but you can't keep them. Don't no man with no fake stuff. Don't nobody want to meet somebody in the club or see somebody at a party or go out on a date with them and they look all nice, and then one day you wake up next to them in the bed and you like, oh my God, I slept with a man. Oh no, that's her. She took all that damn crap off. Tony said they're going to send a masquerade ball. Why would a woman want to be with a man that always want to have sex in the dark? And then one day, the man forget to hide what he been keeping secret. Because she never get to see him naked. Then one day, she realized that he's got one of those slip-on dildos where you actually slip it on to yourself, giving the impression that you got this size. And one day you forget to cover up. And she go, what the hell is that? So now the next time you have sex and you don't have it, she go, man, I don't even feel you. I don't want this. You betrayed me. And wouldn't no woman stay? She ain't got used to that 10 inches, and you only giving her 2 inches. She gonna start looking for somebody that got that 10 inches. Does that make sense? Then why doesn't it make sense that a man who thought he had a woman that had a full head of hair, and he actually got more hair than she do, he actually got hair on the side of his head and she don't. She got fake eyebrows, fake eyelashes, fake nails, a ton of makeup. When he see her without that stuff and without the body, he said, God darn, this ain't what I signed up for. You think he gonna stay long? As soon as he finds something real, he gone. But you made the decision that the way you was made was not good enough. And you are going to trick. And this is where the devil comes in, because he's telling you in your mind. You know, the way you are, you only attracting a certain kind of man. But look, you do these things, I guarantee you're going to get that guy with the swag. You're going to get that guy with the six-pack and the muscles. You're going to get that guy with the good job. And then when he gets you and he see you all fake, he don't want you. That's why they go from woman to woman to woman. They don't realize it. They looking for something real, and it's not there. But let's be honest. If a man wants a woman with long red hair or long blonde hair, he's going to go get the woman. Why he want a fake, a knockoff? Well, I can put some blue contacts in, and I can get a blonde wig, or I can have them put some weave in my hair and dye it all blonde. And well, why does a person want an imitation? What's going on, Ghost Dog? And why do you ladies think that men will settle for that? See, there's no logic to it. That's why I believe women shouldn't do the picking. Their father should pick their husband. Because in reality, a woman should want, if she has a good father, she should want to marry a man like her father. Her father will go pick out a man that's like him. And she's going to be comfortable because she's used to that. But when they go pick, they don't look for the same features of their good father. They look for the lazy, the slackers, the one that don't have a care in the world. He's just so cool. I just love sitting on the beach listening to him play that guitar. He's just so cool. I like to watch him surf and see the muscles. He's just so cool. That's not a good husband. You looking for the total opposite of your father. I don't know if y'all watch the TV shows coming up. My Wife and Kids come to mind. If the father likes the boy they dating, they don't want him. Somebody tell me I'm lying. If your parent, especially your father, likes the man you dating, y'all don't want him. Y'all want to go pick the person that got the rainbow spike in his head and gets F's in school and dreaming about being a rock star or just sit at the beach all day or just lay around the house all day, the kind of man your father can't stand, that's who you go get. And then when you wind up with children that he don't want, and you get tired, then you try to come back and find a man like your father. And a man like your father ain't gonna want you with all that baggage. Somebody tell me I'm lying. You gonna have to go find you a half dead, like you've been dealing with, a Pookie or a Ray Ray. Or you gonna have to go to the one person in high school that you made fun of and dissed and wouldn't get a time of day to, and hope he'll still take you. That's letting women decide. If somebody tell me I'm lying. Because there's an old saying, in high school and college, the jocks get the hot women. But in life, the nerds wind up with the hot women. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me I'm lying. When that jock that was playing sports in high school and college don't make the daggone NBA, don't make the MLB, don't make the NFL, where they wind up working at? Janitor, custodian, garbage truck operator, the sewage plant. Come home smelling like dudes every day. All of a sudden, they ain't cool no more, is they? And then you see the nerd or the guy that wasn't good at sports. You see him in that nice sports car. You see him in them nice suits. You see him with the credit cards. All of a sudden, he started looking good. Why you couldn't do that from the beginning? Why you had to go through all that time picking up kids that you don't want, getting slapped and beat around because the guy frustrated. He couldn't make it into the NFL or the NBA. You went through all that abuse. And now you want to come crawling to the person that would have done anything for you back in high school and college. Now 10, 15 years later, now all of a sudden, you used to like me back in school. You looking at you like back in school, you was hot. Look at you now. Varicose veins, stomach hanging below your coochie, breasts and flattened out. Really? I can go get me a young girl like you was when I used to chase you. Why the heck I want to settle for you all old now? It'd be different if these past 15 years you was with me and you wound up looking like that. That's part of the game. But don't ask me to start here. If I'm married to you and you fall apart, okay? I married you. You my wife. But God darn it, I got a choice now. No, I take my chances with something younger. Somebody that ain't been tore through yet. What make you think I want you all used and abused and tattered and battered? Now you want to come and I'm supposed to come running. Oh no. No thank you. I'm doing good. I can do better. Back in school, I couldn't do better. But I stuck to my books. I patiently did my time. And now I can pick whoever I want. Back then, you could pick whoever you wanted. You blew it. I'm not going to blow it because the fool with you, it ain't going to work. It ain't. No. Let me check my chat. Tony said these things out of control. First of all, please start dressing modestly. Tony says can't have everything on display. And then there was a comment, you run and complain. Tony says cover up and embrace Sharia. Tony said it's not like they're going to attend a masquerade ball with all this makeup on. Naya said laugh out loud. Ghost Dog said hello. Hey Ghost Dog. Tony said they end up marrying the Indian pharmacist, Punjab Indian, not Native American. Gotta start saying Punjab to avoid any confusion. Shake my head. He said, you found somebody probably. No, I was working. That's why we need a tripod. So I can get out there on the dance floor. We need a tripod and a daggone light. So I can get out there on the dance floor. Next party, I'm going to be mingling. I'm going to set the camera up in the corner somewhere, and I'm going to be mingling with the people. I ain't get to eat until the end of the party. That food was ice cold. Ice cold. We're going to start getting there early. We're going to set up. We're going to find a nice spot to sit at. Where I'm with the people. And it was some nice ladies there. The music was so daggone loud. I'm next to the daggone speaker. I was trying to talk to some of them. They couldn't hear what I was saying. If y'all listen carefully, you'll hear me talking because it was some ladies sitting to the left of me, and I was trying to talk to them. They couldn't hear a word I was saying. I'm dead serious. And that woman in black, that thin woman that was dancing, that woman is 63 years old. And she danced most of the party. She put the young girl to shame. And I was trying to, I wish the 360 camera footage would come out because I was trying to talk to one girl and then another girl came in and they started humping each other. I said, what the hell? You sure know how to pick them, don't you? I was like, okay. But let's get back to the sermon. In 2019, is what God says about sex before marriage outdated? I think I've just proven it isn't. Would anybody like to offer anything in rebuttal? Before we even look online and see what anybody else say, would anybody like to offer any rebuttal? I think we need to go back to the days of old. Because I remember when TV shows and movies used to come on and you would hear the women say, see, I couldn't live in India because ain't nobody gonna promise me. No. There was even a Simpsons where, what was the guy named Abu? The Indian guy, where he was promised. And he didn't want to do it until he saw how hot the girl was. Then all of a sudden, he married her. And then she came over here and started trying to boss him around. I'm in America now. I'm in America now. I don't have to do what you say. Why is it that, and it's also men, because men have changed too, because I remember I told y'all, ever since the burning bid, it seems like men have put more emphasis on their daughter's education. In the old days, a woman could go to college, but she wasn't supposed to do anything with it. She was supposed to get married. It seems like after the burning bid incident, some fathers started listening to that feminist mumbo jumbo and started saying, well, let me make sure my daughter get a good education so she don't have to depend on a man. Well, God set it up that way. Why are you defying God? I'll ask you again, why are you defying what God said? Because see, the thing is, when a woman got out of line, a man was able to slap her and bring her out of it. Now it's considered abuse. Sometimes a man had to shake a woman. What the hell's wrong with you? That's considered abuse. Now the government is saying the man is not the head of the household anymore. They are. And their muscle or their snitch is now the woman. And as you got these men that's being educated by these liberals and undercover feminists at these colleges, they're being taught that the man is wrong, the woman's always right. And all I'm hearing is, first woman to do this, first woman to do that. If you literally put it back the way it was, all married women could not work, had to be home with the kids, it would be a job shortage in America. It would literally be a job shortage in America. Because that's how it was back in the 50s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. You couldn't get enough people. All you had to do was just show up to a job. And you ain't got a job. Come on, man. I'll show you what to do. Come on. Now, it's so many people that don't have a job. Why? Because the women are working. Women make up 45% of the workforce. Take off that 45%. You take off that 45%. There's no man that'll have an excuse, I can't get a job. Yes, you can. If you, Tony says his cousin turned her husband into a stay-at-home father. What that? The woman's job was to take what the man brought home and make it work. What happened to the June Cleavers? What happened to the Carl Bradys? What happened to the Florida Evans? What happened to the Edith Bunkers? Where they at? Those were good women that kept their husband. But even on good times, Florida wanted to go to school. They was like, you got a house to run here, children to raise. Why the heck you worrying about going to school for? I'm out there busting my butt. What are you worrying about going to school for? Because the children getting up in age and then the children getting up in age, that means you got more time to spend on me. We can start doing more things together. And if they get out the house, we can start enjoying our last years. Why are you trying to go out into the daggone workforce? I'm already busting my butt. So you don't have to. I'm busting my butt so these kids can actually finish school and have a chance of doing something. You supposed to be my backup, my support. Why are you trying to come out here and outdo me? You want to go to school so you can get a job and be the breadwinner and make me look like I'm useless. Huh? But that's what the women do. They got this us versus the men. Who came up with this? You can't blame the man. The man didn't set this up. God did. He made Adam. Then he said, Adam, look alone. He needs some company. And he made Eve. And then you hear some women say, yeah, Eve ain't lesser than Adam. Because if Adam was a real man, he wouldn't have took the apple. Yeah. Don't put that on us. Yeah. Well, the snake didn't go to Adam. The snake went to Eve. And why did he do that? Because she was the lesser. Get mad at me all you want. But she was the lesser. That's why he went to her. He didn't go to Adam. He didn't say, hey, Adam, hide you for a minute. He knew Adam would say, get out of my face. Instead, he went to the weaker vessel. And her punishment, one of her punishments for taking that apple and enticing Adam was she was to be under him for eternity. She was to be in pain during childbirth as a reminder of that. And yet, we here in 2019, I can't tell who Adam and who Eve. The economy is not set up on two incomes. The driver trying to keep up with the Joneses requires two incomes. Our parents did it beforehand. Why they can't do it now? I'm just asking you. if we went back to the days of old, a woman can depend on a man. Because he was raised to be more than just a breeder. More than to just donate some sperm. The man was the head of the household. The woman was second, and the children were third. Now the children run the household. You gonna do what? Well, I'm gonna call social service. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna call family services and tell them that you beat me. Back in my day, you got knocked out saying that. Nowadays, oh, okay. No, please don't call them in here. No, go ahead. You wanna go out? You wanna go out? Go ahead. Stay out all night if you want to. I don't care. Go ahead. Because not only have the women stepped out of the place God put them, the children are not in the place. I remember, well, the reason that the prices are going up is because people can afford to pay them because it's two incomes. But if you go back to one income, people are not going to be able to buy these things, and they're going to stop selling them and go back to selling them at a price that they can get them. What good is you selling something nobody can afford to buy? If we weren't out here worrying about what the neighbor had and trying to keep up with them, this wouldn't be going on. That's something that society put in place. We need to knock it out. If a Honda will take me where I got to go, why do I have to have a Jaguar, a BMW, a Escalade? Honda do the exact same thing. And third of the price. Why is it that everybody got to have a car? The wife got to have a car. The husband got to have a car. Children got to have cars. When I was growing up, I remember we only had one TV in the house. Now, every room got a TV in it. You got one in the living room. You got one in the kitchen. You got one in the dining room. The children got one in their own rooms. The parent got two in their rooms. You don't need all that stuff. You didn't need it. Why is it everybody got to have $1,000 Samsung Galaxy or $1,000 iPhone when everybody can have a phone? You can get a family plan and get 4 phones for like $300 or $400 you pay, and then you pay $100 a month for the plan instead of paying $100 for every phone in the damn house. It's not necessary. And we need to get back to that. When you sit there and you watch an old TV show and you hear the young son come in there and say, "Hey, Dad, I got a date Friday night. Can I hold the car?" And the father would say either, "I'm not doing anything, yes," or "I got a business meeting, no. Can you schedule it for next week?" Now, everybody got to have a car. Now, you need daggone 3 driveways now for all these cars. Why you got to have 3, 4, 5 cars when one car used to do it? Yeah, where the ladies at? Where you at, Liz and I? Where y'all at? I wouldn't say like your child, but I would say just in between an adult and a child. Because like I said, the women were there with the child. Remember they used to say, "Wait till your father comes home"? Y'all remember that phrase? Yeah, wait till your father hears about this. Wait till he get home. And the kids would get all scared. Nowadays, ain't no dad coming home. I ain't seen my dad in daggone 5 years. You know, there you go. My favorite, that match. Yeah. Come on, tell me your lie. The prices went up because people could afford to pay more. If the young ladies were living at home and didn't leave home until they was married, what would happen to the nightclubs? What would happen to the clubs? The party clubs? What would happen to them? If the girls are home where they supposed to be, there ain't no men gonna be there, there ain't no girls there. $40 to get a ticket to go see a game. When it was just the men going there, it wasn't a damn $40 ticket. But now the women go, they can charge more. Because the men gonna go where the women go. There are certain bars where they have ladies' night. The ladies don't pay anything to get in there. And they hope to make their money off the thirsty men that come there. Women get to go in for free. Back in the day, women didn't go to a club. Women didn't go to a bar. If they were there, you knew they were loose. Because a real woman is at home. The woman you want to marry is at home. And you had to go through the parents to get to her. And they had to know where you were going. And you had a time where they had to be home. And there were certain places you couldn't take them. Everybody talking about the girl in the freezer. Do you think that her mother knew that she was at a daggone hotel party and everybody was getting their freak on and getting drunk, getting high? You think the mother knew she took her car to go do that? But nowadays, well, it's okay. Back then, it'd have been hell to pay. Because whoever rented that motel room to them kids, whoever the maitre d's and the daggone doorman and the bellboys, they would have been sued back in the day. How the hell you got all these teens up in here doing all this stuff and you ain't saying nothing? Wouldn't happen back in the day. Because I guarantee you, if back in the day somebody had tried to do that, they would have been nice and quiet and they'd have been in there chilling, but they'd have been real quiet about it. They wouldn't be blasting music and dancing around and acting a damn fool. Because they knew they didn't want to draw any attention. Now it don't matter. I sat there and watched somebody talk about somebody they didn't know, never seen before. Talking about, she was a good girl and she's supposed to start a job that Monday. And then another video came right on the autoplay. And it showed the girl driving down the street, weed in her hand, they drinking in the car, 4 girls. And she's driving her mother's car. She got to stop every 5 minutes and they got to get out the car and dance and stumble around. And I'm like, where the cops at in Chicago? And they get back in the car and drive some more. And they got to get out the car and they got to shake and they got to twerk. And I'm like, this was a daggone hood rat. Why are y'all out there marching for a hood rat? Seriously. That's the kind of woman y'all out there marching for. Same way they go out there and march with these daggone drug dealers, selling poison to their people, shooting each other, getting our women addicted to these drugs so they can make money off of them. They get pulled over by the police and don't want to accept the fact they caught, want to resist, and they get shot and killed. We out there marching, yeah, free, yeah, free, free. Didn't happen back in the day. When somebody, and I'll say it, when the other races, when their kids do stupid stuff, They don't be out there marching. They don't say nothing. He was stupid. I raised them better than that. And they go about their business. But not us. Hey, hey, free, hey, Black Lives Matter. Hey, free, hey. Oh, Naya, nice try. But mingling with somebody that is set free could lead you to meeting someone in their family who's not that way, dear. Mingling with a loose family member opens the door for you to meet maybe an aunt of hers, maybe a cousin of hers, maybe a sister of hers, maybe a friend of hers who did not go and would not go out. That opens the door to meeting better people. There are so many people that was hanging around a person they would never touch, and they would meet somebody who they would. Somebody tell me I'm lying. How many people do you know that was hanging with somebody and they thought they was going to get together, but they wound up with somebody in that loop? Because that was a birthday party, and it wasn't just his. Somebody named Isha, and it was another girl. It was three December birthdays. The party was December. If you fast forward in the video, because you probably can't see her because it's so daggone dark, but I aimed the camera at her. The matron of the party was trying to do the birthday shout out. That party wasn't just for the mechanic. It was for the 3 people in the family whose birthday was in December. So that was a family party. It was not. And the party we went to before, the first party, that was for his mother. So both parties that we went to, they weren't your typical parties. They weren't your teenagers get wild and get drunk and all that. They were family get-togethers. You have to weed out what's good and what's bad. And it's kind of sad. The woman who caught my attention the most, she has my phone number. She hasn't called yet. Was the 63-year-old woman that looked like she only 40. That was out there out dancing all the young girls at the party. I would never guess that woman's age. She said she used to be a dancer back in the day. I would have never guessed that woman's age. Never. And she reminded me of my Aunt Ava's without the drugs. I would have to go look. Well, we're going to go look and see what the Bible says. We're going to go look and see what the Bible says. And then later on, I'll try to find that timestamp for Tony. And as a matter of fact, I'm talking to an older lady, and she was like, you looking at these young girls. I said, no, I'm really, because I told her, I said, I was really impressed by how many times the lady with the cane. I showed y'all her earlier. I said I was really impressed by how you got out there and you was getting your shake on. She said, "Yeah, I saw you looking and filming." I said, that I was being a professional, but I said I just really admired your energy and the energy of the young lady in black. She danced almost the whole time. She said, "Oh, that's Tammy." And like I say, I don't know if she married or not. I don't know. We'll see. What'd you say? Tony thought I was the cane lady. You actually had 3 generations at that party. And like I said, at the end, his sister, who was waiting for the cab, and I waited for her. She had a man. And if my woman was stranded, because there might not have been a lot of cabs because we on the edge of the hood. They lived right smack in the middle of the city. He could have walked outside and flagged down a cab driving by. He could have flagged down a hat. He could have came and picked his woman up. But see, that tell you what kind of man she had. Y'all understand? Because it was 3 in the morning, going on 4 a.m. Most of the cab drivers are not out. And if my woman was out and she didn't have a way to get back, I would find a way to go get her. She wouldn't be sitting out there with a stranger. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was mostly family. Cause everybody I talked to was like, "Yeah, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my sister." And like I said, you can tell by the music. When they put on the young music, well, watch all the youngsters get out there. When they put on the old music, the youngsters went and sat down. Tell you, you can go watch it. You literally could go watch it. And you can tell by the music. The age of the people on the dance floor. You can tell by the music. When they put on something young, they got up there and shook their butt. Now there was a few exceptions. There was a couple of songs that I know my mama played when I was young, so I assumed their parents played for them and they knew them. There was a couple of them. I think one of them was what's the name of the guy that's on trial? Keith Sweat. Their name? I forget these people. That song came on. Them young kids got there. They got up for that song. That song old as hell. They got up for that. That's all. Let's take a look and see. What does the Bible say about sex? Let me get rid of that animation. I mean that picture. Computer cry about the animations. Right. Tony said it might be a little crowded on that scooter. They have 2-seaters. Y'all want to help me get one? They got some that's two-seaters. What does the Bible say about sex? The classic Christian view is that sex should be within marriage, and that marriage is the union of one man and one woman. In order to understand why, we need to explore the purpose of what sex is according to the Bible. Sex has two purposes. The first is obviously procreation. However, it's important not to imply that procreation is the only purpose of sex. First, this is true because many marriages are childless. A few are childless through choice, but most are childless because of infertility. But that does not make them bad marriages. And on the flip side, there are many kinds of sexual union which can result in procreation, but which are deeply harmful and wrong, such as rape, adultery, and incest. Objections to same-sex sexual relationships solely on the grounds that they can never be procreative, therefore do not succeed. There must be more to sex than procreation. And this is exactly what we find in the Bible. As well as giving the gift of sex to the means of procreation, God also gives it as a gift, which brings husband and wife together into physical union. The two shall become one flesh, Genesis 2:24. This physical intimacy expresses and strengthens the bringing together of their lives. So according to the Bible, sex has two purposes, not just procreation, but also delight and intimacy. But why must this be restricted to marriage? The answer the Bible gives is that one flesh union of husband and wife is a symbol and a reflection of two things. Marriage reflects the relationship between the persons of the Trinity. Genesis 1:27 says, "So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female, he created them." The difference between women and men is the way humanity reflects or represents God. The Father, the Son, and the Spirit are all fundamentally different to one another, yet fundamentally united to one another. God is not a solitary individual, but a relational, interdependent being, and at our most fundamental level, we reflect that. Let me say that again. God is not a solitary individual, but a relational, interdependent being, and at our most fundamental level, we reflect that. Marriage reflects the relationship between Christ and the church. Ephesians E5. Once again, the difference between these two is real and cannot be downplayed, but the union is also real. That is why sex must be between people who are fundamentally or ontologically different to one another in the way that men and women are fundamentally different to one another. Sex within marriage shows that people are truly different, also can be truly united. This is why marriage must be a permanent union. The Father, Son, and the Spirit are all fundamentally different to one another, yet fundamentally united to one another. Christ and the church are also different to each other, yet truly brought together as one. It is not enough to be different people, different individuals. The people must be different genders. In fact, sex uses precisely the physical differences between a man and a woman in order to unite them physically. The people must be different genders, so sex must be between a man and a woman for exactly the same reason. It must be within a permanent relationship. The point of sex is not simply to unite any two individuals, but to show there can be union between two people who are fundamentally different, just as Christ and the church are fundamentally different but truly united, just as Father, Son, and the Spirit are different yet truly one. The purpose of sexual intimacy within God's creation is to unite those who are different in a lifelong covenantal relationship. That is why God created sex. Now, I didn't read this beforehand. Does anybody have any comments? Well, I say animations because sometimes they're cartoons. But I'm talking about the little short video gifs. For some reason, while we doing 2K, the phone don't like it. Because when I try and show them, things go wonky. So, Tony says, find a lady to go steady with first, then we'll have that discussion on the two-seater. Hey, you brought it up. I hope the woman I'm with got a car. Hurry up with you. I hope the woman I wind up with get a car. Has a car and shit. You want to look for somebody who got what you ain't got. If I'm broke and she broke, we can sit here and be broke together. No, I hope to find somebody that got a little something. She. Just being honest. Some of y'all might not agree. All right. I found this other article at random and picked it out. 9 Bible verses that teach that sex before marriage is a sin. Does the Bible teach that sex before marriage is a sin? A lot of people are unsure. This is because we live in a world of tweets and quick sound bites where people rarely have enough time for context. The thinking often goes, if there is no Bible verse that answers my question, then the Bible must not have an answer to my question. I used to get asked this question often when I did college campus ministry, and I still hear it as a pastor. Where exactly does the Bible call sex before marriage is a sin? Here are several verses to consider. 1 Corinthians 7:2. But because the temptation to sexually immorality, each man shall have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. But because of the temptation to sexual immorality, each man shall have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. In this verse, the Apostle Paul describes any activity outside of marriage as sexual immorality. That means when we read of sexual immorality, it includes sex before marriage as one of the examples of sin. 2 Hebrews 13:4. Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexual immoral and adulterous. Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. What does an undefiled marriage bed look like? It looks like a bed that a husband and wife share exclusively together. Any kind of sex that is before or outside or in addition to a married relationship of husband and wife is sinful according to the Bible. Any kind of sex that is before or outside or in addition to a married relationship of husband and wife is sinful according to the Bible. Acts 15:19-20. Therefore, my judgment is that we should not trouble those of the Gentiles who turn to God, but should write to them to abstain from things polluted by idols and from sexual immorality. After the Jerusalem council met, The earliest group of Christians decided that the Gentiles, meaning anyone who was not a Jew, could be Christians, but that they should refrain from sexual immorality among other sins. In the wider biblical text, as we noted earlier, sexual immorality includes sex before marriage. (1 Corinthians 5:1). It is actually reported that there is sexually immorality among you, and of a kind that is not tolerated even among pagans. For a man has his father's wife. Says, see also Ephesians 5:3. This one is interesting. A man was sleeping with his stepmom or mother-in-law outside of marriage. Paul is very clear that this is a grievous sin, one that not even non-Christians in the city of Corinth were guilty of doing. 5 Galatians 5:19-21. Now the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, division, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and things like these. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. I'll read that again. Now the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealous, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, division, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and things like these. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. In this long list of sins, the sexual sin that Paul includes are sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, and even orgies. It will be very difficult to argue that Paul gives approval of sex outside of marriage, given these strong words against sexual intercourse of various types and kinds. If elsewhere, Paul gives permission of sex between a married man and a woman, then all forms of sex, all other forms of sex are sinful. Thessalonians 4:3-5. For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality, that each one of you know how to control his own body in holiness and honor, and not in passion, just like the Gentiles who do not know God. Let me read that again. For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality, that each one of you know how to control his own body in holiness and honor, not in the passion of lust, like the Gentiles who do not know God. Here, Paul contrasts a believer's self-control over his own body with living out of control, burning in passionate lust. The former is living a life that is pleasing to God and is holy, while the other is living a life that clearly does not know God. In which group do you think a hookup culture that uses apps like Tinder is sleeping with someone you met a few minutes ago, demonstrating controls over one body, or is it done in the passion of lust? Corinthians 7:8-9. To the unmarried and to the widows, I say that it is good for them to remain single, as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry, for it is better to marry than burn with passion. Now, if y'all watched the show I did when I was on Zone Show, I brought this line up because all Triple kept saying was, when was the last time you had some? When was the last time you had some? I brought this verse up, and Zone said that it is not healthy to wait until you have sex before marriage. Zone said it wasn't healthy. Now, I could have blasted him for giving me any kind of counseling on the subject, considering that his wife does pornography. But I let it go. I could have jumped on him. But I was making Triple look stupid, and I didn't want to turn that around. I didn't want to take the emphasis off. But you had a man whose wife does pornography trying to tell me about anything sexual dealing with God. I thought that was a slap in the face, but I ignored it. But I brought this up to the unmarried, which I am, and to the widows. That means somebody, if you marry somebody and they die, you can marry again. Paul is saying it's good for them to remain single as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, then they should marry. For it's better to marry than burn with passion. He's saying that it's better. And people don't understand what he meant, so I'll break it down. People who become married start to focus on their mate and then eventually their children, and they have less time to focus on God. They get distracted from godly things because their new mate and then their children slowly will try to pull them away from the things that God wants them to do, and will try to get them to do what they want to do. That's why he say if you're not married, it's better not to be married, because then you have more time to focus on the things of God and start working on getting to the next level without the distractions of having a wife and kid. That's what he meant. But if you cannot control yourself, you just got to have sex, you just hot in the pants, then you should get married, because the little bit of time that you have to try to attempt to do what God wants will be a whole lot better than you burning and yearning and lusting and looking at everything that walk by you. That pisses God off too. So it might be better for you to be in a marriage. So that way at least you can get rid of that tension, and then maybe you can find some time to focus on what God got planned for you. Do y'all understand that? Tony says, wow, I was actually going to tell you before you read Corinthians passage. Ghost Dog said, I love orgies. Well, yeah. I hope you like them in hell. That's all I can say to you, Ghost Dog, buddy. Yeah. Tony says, purpose scripture, BD 100. Ghost Dog said, sex relieves stress. Somebody new said, Tony, we meet again. Naya said, oh dear. Tony said, it was actually this Corinthian passage I was thinking about. Tony said, laugh out loud. I was going to say, I know you, but I remember now. And he said, we'll bring you to the sermon. Naya says, laugh out loud. Bobby says the truth. Naya says, I just noticed BD's title. Bobby says, and canolas. I don't know. Canolas. Can you explain what that means? So I just told y'all what I thought about the verse. Let's see what they say. I'll read it again. For those of y'all that may have forgot. To the unmarried and the widows, I say that it is good for them to remain single, as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry. For it's better to marry than to burn with passion. And I tried to explain what that meant, burn with passion. You spend all your time trying to satisfy or thinking about these thoughts. Or as Ghost Dog said, relieving that tension that you're not thinking about anything of God. You thinking about, man, I got to get Lee. I got to get me something. You're not doing anything. And so what will you do? You'll wind up burning in hell. So you'll burn with that passion. Because that passion is going to keep you from God. So it's better to go ahead and get married and at least relieve that passion, and then maybe you can get back to focusing on what God has planned for you. Paul clearly spells out that for unmarried single people, God desires abstinence from sex for them. Can I say it again? Paul clearly spells out that for unmarried single people, God desires abstinence. That means no sex for them. If abstinence is not something that they can live with, then they should seek to get married. It's clear that sex within the context of marriage is not a sin, but outside of marriage, it is sinful. I love when people back me up. I love this. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. From the very beginning, God's design for sex has been between a man and a woman in the context of marriage. This is not held out as the ideal, but it's supposed to be the norm for all sexual intercourse, according to the Bible. From the very beginning, God's design for sex has been between a man and a woman in the context of marriage. This is not held out as an ideal, but supposed to be the norm for all sexual intercourse, according to the Bible. Corinthians 6:18-20. Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. So let's break that down, because we covered this. When God breathed his spirit into Adam, he breathed part of his spirit. Every one of Adam's offspring, he also breathed it into Eve. But the man counts. Every child of Adam has that spirit. When you do evil things, you have that spirit, even if you haven't activated it. That spirit is still there. Why are you dishonoring God's spirit that is in you? Wherever you go, that spirit is flowing through your blood. Scream, wherever you go, whatever you do. When you do unholy things, you are doing it while that spirit is going through your body. You are exposing that spirit to these things. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? When he say your body is a temple The temple is not the flesh. The temple it houses the Holy Spirit that is a part of God. And we all have God flowing through our veins, whether we acknowledge it or not. Why are you taking God with you to go do these immoral things? When Jesus died, he paid a price for you. That price is for you to have the ability to have salvation. Why do you keep exposing them to these immoral things when you have that spirit going through you? Remember in the other verse when they kept talking about God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, how they all different? God is the Almighty, the Creator, the Father. He took his spirit and implanted it specifically in in Mary's womb to impregnate her. And he allowed part of himself through Jesus to experience life on earth as a man. And Jesus lived the way. He was the example of how we are to lead our lives. Then he died for us, and took the place of Adam's perfect body. Adam's sin, Jesus dying for us, replaced that sin, took it away. But to get cleansed, you must know Jesus. And he will wash away that stench of sin that's in each and every one of us. Each and every one of us is either a sinner or a potential sinner, because it's there. But Jesus can clean it from you if you know him. He can clean that sin out. He can erase it, the act, but it's still in you. But you have the choice to not do the sinful things. You have the Spirit in you. You don't listen to it. You don't acknowledge it. You do what you want to do. He can't keep cleaning you. If you pray to him to forgive your sin, say you just cheated. You can't go out the next week, go cheat again. The next week, go cheat again. The next week, go cheat again. You start that process all over again. Now you have to go without cheating for a while. He'll wipe it clean. But if you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, I can't help you. So then you find yourself in front of that book. Well, I prayed to you to erase the sin, but you kept doing it. Look at all these times. One. How many times am I supposed to keep erasing it? See, this is where people get confused. They think that you know, if you are alcoholic and you say, all right, Jesus, if you help me, I won't drink no more. All the things I did to get this, please erase it. Let me be pure like you. And next week you at the bar. Week after that you at the bar. Week after that you at the bar. He supposed to keep erasing it? You gotta show that you making an effort not to sin. They know you might mess up and sin once in a while, but if you sitting there constantly doing it again and again and again and again and again and again, they supposed to sit there and say, well, you said you would forgive them. They're going to say, shoot, put on you. We'll back off and we'll wait. We'll be here waiting when he wake up. And hopefully you wake up. If you don't wake up, you're going out. There ain't no in between. So I'll read this again because y'all might have forgot it. Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own. You were bought with a price, so glorify God in your body. Okay, they say finally the last few verses that speak to the question of sex before marriage mention the basis of this difficult claim on our lives. A Christian is to refrain from sexual intercourse with other people because Christians belong not to themselves, but to God. We have been given the great gift of God indwelling in us. The Holy Spirit lives within us. So when we join ourselves to others through one-night stands, we are violating both our body and the Lord, who has purchased us by pouring out his own body and blood for us. Jesus on the cross. Got that? I'd love to get back up. I was right on the money. Concluding thoughts on sex. Sex is therefore not just sex. The Bible teaches that sex has meaning because marriage itself between a man and a woman is a beautiful picture of the gospel. Jesus, the groom, sacrificially gave himself for his beloved bride, the church. Sex is ultimately a picture of this redeeming love that God has demonstrated by giving up his son to save us. If you had sex before marriage, all hope is not lost. God is more than able to forgive you of all your sins, even the sin of having sex before or outside of marriage. God is more willing to forgive you of all lusts and free you from impurity through the cleansing blood of his son Jesus. Turn away from all sexual immorality and seek to live under God's gracious and forgiving love. Whoa! Validated again. Exactly what I said. Yes. For those of you who do struggle with burning passion, continue to wait patiently for the right time for you to enjoy the gift of sex. Right. For those of you who do struggle with burning passion, continue to wait patiently for the right time for you to enjoy the gift of sex. Pray for the Lord to bring you a faithful and God-fearing spouse. Sex is a wonderful privilege that comes with great responsibility. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Love it. Love it. They can flag it all they want. Long as y'all heard the message. Long as y'all heard the message. Oh, Tony, what was that verse you said that I always dance around? The chat is disabled, so I couldn't see what you said. What did you say? You said verse 8 something. Cause I was gonna do the sermon on that, but I couldn't go back and look. What did you say? I forgot what verse it was. I know it was 8 something. You say I'm gonna be monitored closely. Well, good. Maybe they'll learn something. Oh, it was Corinthians. I couldn't remember. I know you said Corinthians 8 something. I couldn't remember what it was. Oh, you said we already covered it? Well, sweet. There you go. All right. Well, there ain't much they could do. It ain't much they could do. To me, anyway. That's why I was a good choice. There ain't much they could do. But I hope the next time somebody comes around, y'all, and start bragging about, yeah, I just had sex with this person. I had sex. Instead of you patting them on the back, you give them a look like, really? You think you're doing something? Really? So you don't have no self-control. That should be your answer. Yeah. Yeah, I just had a foursome. Really? You really defiled your spirit like that? Really? What do you mean, really? Yeah, you did. You defiled your spirit. No, I didn't. It was just me and 3 other girls. No, you got the Spirit of God going through your veins, and you actually defiled God when you did it. Because He's in you. When you got all excited and your blood was pumping, what was pumping through them veins? Your spirit. And you actually released a little bit of you with that ejaculation. And you expose your spirit to another person's spirit who you never gonna connect with. You basically hoard out God. I sure would. Say, nope. No, thank you. Why would I want to lay with a woman that will come knock on my door and say, have sex with me? Why would I want that kind of woman? What kind of example could I be to y'all if I had a floozy sitting next to me? What kind of example could I be to y'all if I'm sitting here? Imagine I came on tomorrow and I had a woman sitting here with the rainbow bright weave and a pound of makeup on her face, drawn on eyebrows, tattoos all over her damn body. What kind of example would I be setting? That would undermine all of my teaching if I did what I told you not to do. That would literally make me look stupid. Literally. Boy, they have a field day with that. I can see them making videos now. I told you Brother Derrick was a fraud. Look at him. Not only did they back up what I said, but Tony had asked me last night at the party about a scripture he said I kept dancing around, and unknowingly we covered it. How can it get any more sweeter than that? Tony says 1897, 1917. You said the Eastern European and Russians are imposters. But see, Ghost Dog, that's when you got to depend on the Holy Spirit. We all have it in us. We got to find it and activate it and listen to it. A man will not go crazy if he doesn't have sex every night. I'm the master of my body. My body is not the master of me. The brain tells the body what to do. You tell the brain what to do. When you start letting other body parts tell you what to do, that's when you're in trouble. The only time you should let your body tell you what to do is, what's going on, Roy? If you out exercising and you jogging uphill and your legs start cramping, that's your body, that's your legs saying, hey, you need to stop. You about to blow something. Then you stop, you rest, and then you get back to going back up the hill. But you don't let your body tell you that you have to commit sin. It's the same way an alcoholic, his body will tell him you need that drink. A drug addict will tell him you need to get that drug in you. Come on now, I'm starting to quiver here. You don't want to get sick. But you have to say, enough is enough. I'm in control. And I don't want to take this. I don't. So, no. Now, like I said, once again, you got to out. If you cannot stop fornicating, go find you somebody to marry. And don't marry no floozy. Because a floozy doesn't care about the sex. A floozy just wants attention and things you can give them. And when somebody come along that can give her more attention and can give her more things than you can, she's gone. You got to find somebody who likes you for you. I can tell you right now, if you could sit and be around a woman for hours and the time just passed by, like when I come on this YouTube channel and we sit here for 8, 9, 10 hours, and to me it feels like we just got here. When you can be around a woman that long and y'all don't argue, y'all don't fight, y'all don't disagree and everything good, you better snatch her up. She ain't asking you to buy her nothing. Ain't asking you to take her nowhere. It's just cool with just you and her just sitting somewhere, and you better snatch her up. But if you with somebody, why we just sitting at home? Why don't we go and do this? Janie doing this. How come you ain't get me no gift? Luann, man, come home with a gift for her every day. How come we don't ever go nowhere? If that's the kind of person you with right now, you need to just cut off, you need to run. The original Balfour Agreement used to hang in London till Russia came on board, then it came down. He said, where I told Zone that Tyra was going to flip on him, did he listen? Tony says, I think everyone did. Laugh out loud. You want the credit? Yeah, no drama on this channel, y'all. We have a channel called The Roast and Toast. If y'all want to go over there, we can go over there. If y'all want to go talk about that, anybody got links? Let me know. Cause the sermon is over. If anybody want to go over to the Roast and Toast, let me know. Cause I'll stop this so we can go over to the Roast and Toast. You say if y'all want to play the Family Feud, there's 9 of y'all. We can play Family Feud. You said let's it ain't about drama. It's about flaggable drama. We trying to get AdSense on this channel, and we just came over one hurdle. We got rid of the strike of us showing the website. We just got rid of that. Now we got to get rid of the one from the cartel. That expires early next month, and then we can go. So if y'all want to go to the Roast and Toast, let me know. I'll stop this and be back in a couple minutes on the Roast and Toast. The new people might not know the link. Let me drop the link here. I love how my channel just popped right up. I just love that. They pop right up. You ain't got to go look for me. You ain't got to hunt me down. I'm just right there. When you look for other people, man, you be looking for a long time trying to find them people. All right. So let's come back. I didn't do all that. I just put it right here. Well, we talking about the Chucky cartel. That's the link for the channel. For those of y'all that's not sub to it. So let me know, y'all. We can go over to the Roast and Toast. Be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ghost Dog. I don't think it pays anything. The woman in Atlanta and had it for about 6-7 months now, and she's still back for donations. So it must not pay anything. But I actually have found I don't know how I stumbled upon a site and it showed what she was earning, and she get better views than I do. Being on a Tommy. And it was like she make $2 to $14 a video. I was like, God damn. $2 to $14 a video? $2 to $14 a video. Like, God damn. Now, you know, we come on here every day. So, you know, that would be 30 days at $2 a video. Well, she bigger than I am. So I'll say at $1 a video, that'd be $30. That's $30 more than what I had. Yeah, well, they ain't paying me nothing now. See, anything better than nothing, but donations is the way to go. I was watching Russell Talk. They did a live stream, and they get so many super chats that the people was complaining about them shouting the names out. And now they do a video just to shout out the names of the people in the super chat. I said, God damn. Ed, Tommy, you thought about that? They actually have their own video. A video one day a week where they shout out the people that send in the super chats. That's crazy. All right, y'all. All right, there's 11 of y'all here. I expect to see all 11 of y'all over on the Roast and Toast. Give me like 5 minutes, y'all. I expect to see y'all there. 5 minutes, y'all.